Somebody asked me a question, so I wanted to make sure I answered it via voicemail. Uh, Somebody asked me a question, I wanted to make sure I answered it. So, uh, what do you feel about people who are okay with their partner stepping out, and which they could develop some sort of self-esteem issue since the majority of relationships they've been in, that's what happened to them, which was very painful. Therefore, the person's built a defense mechanism as to think that this is what I deserve anyway, or is it how it should be? Okay, so I think it's a good question. I'm going to answer the first part of it. If you're okay, so what you're asking me doesn't seem like that person's okay with stepping out. It seems like that person's resigned themselves to believe that's what they're going to get. So it's not like they've really searched themselves and said, um, for me, example, like monogamy's not that big a deal for me in the great grand scheme of life. I just, and when I think about my core beliefs, I believe in having somebody who enhances me as a person. I believe in having somebody who supports me and has my back through thick and thin. I believe that when I'm absolutely wrong and I'm going off on somebody, that they right there like, yeah, and another thing. And then when we get behind closed doors, they're like, yeah, you was wrong for that. Don't do that no more. That's what I believe. Um, I believe somebody who's financially responsible, who understands that while we're young and our bodies are strong, we should be saving money for when our bodies can't take what we can take now, but we're smart enough to know better and to plan for our future. That's the things I need. I need somebody who can tell me the honest truth. Like, hey, you're looking a little fat. I know you don't want to gain weight. Like those things. I don't want you lying to me. I want us to be a team. I don't want it to be team me and team you and sometimes team us. I want it to be team us. That means me telling you, hey, I'm not feeling great today. I feel unattractive. I need you to tell me if I'm crazy or what's wrong or this. Or I need a hug. I need these things. I don't need you to tell me a lie. I need you to be able to be like, this is who you are. And if this is who you are, somebody who likes to experience things with other people, that's who you are. That doesn't mean that I'm going to put up with it or whatever, but at least I know it's the truth and I'm going to weigh that against everything else I need. Um, and so if you were in a relationship where you were truly okay with this, then you would have conversations with your partner about it and how to get okay with it more so, right? Because, yeah, to me, it's the betrayal that happens of lying to somebody as opposed to the action of sleeping with somebody else. Like, I'm sure all those times that somebody stepped out on you, you didn't know that they were doing that. There's no stepping out if you knew about it. It's just that you know about it. It's not cheating if you know and you agree. It becomes willful, and it becomes something where you have no control of the situation when you don't know about what's going on. So, um, it doesn't sound like you're okay with it, and that's fine. Um, you need to first define how you see success in a relationship overall, long term. And some people say grow up. I don't even believe it's a grow up. I believe you need to figure out whether or not what society says is acceptable behavior is what you believe is acceptable behavior, or what church says or what your mom says, and then figure out what you actually believe. And if what you believe is you need a monogamous partner, then you just have to be true to yourself and stop settling for less. And that's a deal breaker. That's it. It's a deal breaker. And then to the person you're messing with, stop wasting their time. It's a deal breaker. You don't, if a person, I can't understand how people can say they love somebody and then cause them constant pain. It just doesn't work that way. You don't love them um, when you cause them intentional pain over and over about the same situation. It's not. It's like a child playing with a toy. You pick up that toy, it's nice and shiny, yay! You put it down, you disregard it, you throw it around, you hit it down, you scratch it up, you do, and you pick it up again, and yay! You throw it down. It's just that, and I don't believe people deserve that behavior, um, and I think you should be honest with yourself, and then be honest with that person, and then do difficult things like leave that person alone to make space for somebody that you truly believe fits your things. Uh, so the people you believe, like sometimes we think we know what we want, right? Like I want somebody who got six figures. That's great, right? But is that a want or a need? So do you need somebody who is only solely with you? And what are you doing about it? I mean, a lot of the times, and I'm not gonna lie, when you get married, sex goes from all the time to every now and again to I could sleep first. And then, like it becomes a bartering game. Like, what do you need more, sex or sleep? Sometimes sleep wins. It is what it is. If you have kids, what do you need more, sex or sleep? Take your kids to this way. It's not a sexy job sometimes. So sometimes you have to do more to make that interesting. And and that's fine too. Like there's nothing wrong with figuring out those aspects of it, but it takes honesty. And it takes a willingness to accept honesty. So I don't know if that helps you. I hope it does.